Welcome. You've probably heard the buzz. AI can write your resume. AI can prep you for interviews. Just ask ChatGPT and you're set. But no one's really breaking down the part that actually matters. Is that okay? Is it cheating? Are you using it the right way? Or are you accidentally making yourself look unprepared? That's exactly what we're here to unpack. This session combines over 25 years of career services expertise at Morgan State University, paired intentionally with AI to show you how to use these tools the right way. Not to replace your effort, not to fake experience, not to cut corners, but to strengthen your preparation and sharpen your strategy. We're introducing AI as a career partner, not a shortcut, not a substitute. You'll learn how to use it ethically, strategically, and with integrity so it helps you stand out for the right reasons, not hurt your chances. Quick heads up, this session is packed with value. It's longer than a quick scroll or short clip, and that's intentional. There's real strategy here. The good news, you're in control. Have your resume and a job description pulled up, open an AI chat tool like ChatGPT, Gemini, or Copilot, and keep something nearby to take notes. Your Notes app is totally fine. Having everything ready makes it easier to jump in and actually use AI in real time instead of just listening. And don't stress about getting it perfect today. Move at your own pace, pause when you need to, and focus on learning what feels useful right now. AI is a tool, nothing more, nothing less. Think of it like spell check, Google, or a calculator. It's only as good as how you use it. Using AI doesn't mean you're cheating or cutting corners. What actually matters is intention. When you use it thoughtfully, honestly, and with good judgment, it can support your growth. When you rely on it blindly, it can hurt you. The goal isn't to replace your effort. It's to use AI in a way that strengthens your professional journey, not shortcuts it. AI is already changing how hiring works. Companies are using it to screen resumes, sort applications, and even write job descriptions. So understanding how these tools work isn't optional. It's part of being career ready. The goal here isn't to give you shortcuts. It's to give you clarity and confidence so you can navigate this evolving landscape effectively. Let's get clear on what AI is actually good at. It's great at scanning tons of information fast. It can break down job descriptions, spot repeated skills, help you organize your thoughts, clean up your wording, and even help you practice explaining your experience. It's especially useful when you're staring at a blank page and don't know where to start. But here's the important part. AI is good at patterns, not meaning. It can recognize trends and suggest phrasing, but it doesn't understand your story, your goals, or what matters to you. It doesn't know your values unless you tell it. Think of AI like a coach helping you structure your thoughts. It can guide you, but you're still the one running the race. AI can't replace your lived experience. Your story is yours, and that's your advantage. It doesn't automatically know your goals or what success looks like for you. You define that. It also can't guarantee you a job offer. There's no magic prompt that skips the work. And no matter how polished it sounds, AI can't speak for you in a way that feels fully authentic. At the end of the day, you're still the expert on yourself, and that's something no tool can replicate. Using AI ethically starts with one thing: keep it real. Every statement on your resume or application should reflect what you've actually done. If AI helps you rewrite something, make sure you can fully explain it in an interview. If a recruiter says, "Tell me more about this," you should be able to answer confidently without scrambling. Before you submit anything AI helped you draft, pause and ask yourself 3 quick questions. Is this truthful? Can I explain it clearly in an interview? Did I actually review and personalize it, or did I just copy and paste? If the answer isn't yes to all 3, that's your cue to revise. AI can polish your message, but you're responsible for owning it. AI becomes a problem the moment you stop thinking. It's risky when you copy something you don't fully understand, claim skills you don't actually have, submit content without reviewing it, or let AI completely erase your voice. That's where things go sideways. Employers aren't looking for robotic, perfect wording. They're looking for honesty, clarity, and self-awareness. Using AI isn't cheating. Misrepresenting yourself on purpose or by accident is. The issue isn't the tool. The issue is pretending to be something you're not. AI can be really helpful when you're not sure what roles to search for. It can look at your skills and suggest job titles that actually align with what you've done. It can also show you adjacent career paths you might not have considered and help you see how your experience transfers across industries. Sometimes the hardest part isn't applying. It's knowing what to type into the search bar. AI can expand your options so you're not stuck guessing. That gives you more clarity and control over your next move. Open your go-to AI chat tool in your browser, ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, whatever you use, and start a new chat. Upload your resume using the paperclip or just copy and paste it into the chat if that's easier. Once it's in there, type the prompt on the screen. Based on this resume, what entry-level or early career roles align with my skills? What roles could I grow into in 3 to 5 years? Hit enter and actually read the suggestions with a critical eye. Ask yourself, do these roles match what I've done so far? Which ones feel realistic right now, and which ones feel more like a future goal? If you see job titles you've never heard of, that's a win. Write them down and look them up later. Just remember, AI can generate options, but it doesn't pick your path. You decide what's believable, relevant, and aligned with where you want to go. Let's flip the way most people job search. A lot of times it looks like this. Open Indeed, type a keyword, scroll for 20 minutes, quick apply to everything, repeat. That's reactive. It feels productive, but it's mostly random. Strategic searching hits different. Instead of asking, what's posted today? You start asking, who actually hires people with my skills? That mindset shift changes the game. This is where AI can help. It can act like a research assistant and show you the types of organizations that hire for your target role, industries that rely on your skill set, companies in your area you might not know about, and even niche job boards specific to your field. You can ask things like, what kinds of companies typically hire for this role? What industries need this skill set the most? What employers are in my city or region? Where do professionals in this field usually look for jobs? Instead of mass applying and hoping something sticks, you start being intentional. You focus your time and energy where you actually have alignment and a real shot. One resume does not fit every job. If you're sending the exact same resume everywhere, you're making it harder on yourself. Most companies use something called an applicant tracking system, ATS, which is basically a very advanced filter. When you apply online, your resume usually goes into a database first, not straight to a recruiter. The system scans for specific words and phrases from the job description. For example, if the posting keeps mentioning project management, data analysis, or customer service, the system checks to see if those phrases show up in your resume. It's not judging your personality or potential. It's just matching keywords. The ATS isn't asking, is this person talented? It's asking, does this document include the skills we listed? If your resume doesn't clearly reflect those terms, even if you've done the work, you might not rank as a strong match. That's why tailoring matters. But tailoring doesn't mean copying and pasting the job description. It means thinking critically. Ask yourself, do I actually have this skill? Where have I demonstrated it? How can I describe it honestly using language that aligns with the posting? The goal isn't to trick the system, it's to make your real skills visible. The ATS helps you get seen. A human decides what happens next. So your resume should include relevant keywords, stay truthful, be easy to read, and still sound like you. Customizing isn't about changing who you are. It's about helping the system recognize what you already bring. AI can help level up your resume, but only by refining how you present your experience, not by making things up. Think of it as an editor, not a ghostwriter. You can use AI to compare your resume to a job description, spot skills that aren't clearly highlighted, and tighten up your wording so it's easier to read and stronger overall. It can also help you upgrade weak phrases into clearer action verbs and make your impact more obvious. The goal isn't to add experience you don't have, it's to present what you've actually done in a way that aligns better with the role and stands out for the right reasons. Stay in the same chat where your resume and job description are already loaded. There's no need to start over. Keeping everything in one thread allows the AI to reference your earlier materials. In that chat, type, based on the resume and job description we've already reviewed, what skills could be more clearly demonstrated without adding experience I don't have? That final phrase matters. It reinforces that you're clarifying, not inventing. As you review the response, pause before accepting anything. Ask yourself whether each suggestion is accurate, something you can confidently explain in an interview and still sounds like you. If something feels unclear, ask for clarification. If it feels exaggerated, don't use it. Then choose one bullet point and ask AI to help you strengthen it while staying truthful. Read the revision out loud and make sure it reflects your real experience. Keep what aligns, adjust or discard what doesn't. AI can be a great practice partner when it comes to interviews. It can simulate behavioral interviews, help you structure answers using the STAR method, and even generate role-specific or technical questions based on the job you're targeting. Instead of guessing what might be asked, you can practice in a more realistic way. After you respond, AI can give structured feedback on how clear, organized, and specific your answers are. That kind of practice helps you tighten your storytelling, build confidence, and walk into real interviews feeling more prepared, not blindsided. Stay in the same chat where your resume and job description are already loaded. In that chat, type, act as a hiring manager for this role. Ask me interview questions one at a time and provide constructive feedback after each response. When AI gives you the first question, pause. Instead of immediately typing your answer, respond as if you were in a real interview. Say your answer out loud. If your platform allows it, you can turn on microphone access and dictate your response directly into ChatGPT. Speaking your answer, rather than silently typing, helps you practice pacing, tone, and clarity in a more realistic way. Once you've submitted your response, read the feedback carefully. Focus on what it says about structure, organization, and clarity. Notice that the feedback should guide how you communicate your ideas, not who you are as a person. Use the suggestions to strengthen your answer. Clarify your example. Make your results more specific. Improve how you move from situation to action to outcome. Then continue to the next question and repeat the process. This is practice, not memorization. The goal is to build confidence and clarity, not to create a script you feel pressured to recite. When you're using feedback, focus on becoming clearer, more structured, and more confident, not on memorizing a perfect script. When people memorize answers word for word, they often forget everything else that matters: eye contact, body language, tone, and pacing. That's when interviews start to feel stiff or robotic. Don't fall into that trap. Instead, understand your main points and practice explaining them naturally. Know your stories well enough that you can adapt in the moment. The goal isn't perfection, it's presence. When you're not locked into memorized lines, you can focus on connection, confidence, and clear communication. That's what actually makes an impact. Evaluating fit isn't extra, it's essential. Wanting to feel safe, supported, and respected at work is not being too picky. It's smart. Pay attention to whether the environment aligns with your identity, your need for accessibility, your sense of belonging, and your core values. A job might look great on paper, but if the culture doesn't support who you are or how you work best, it will wear on you over time. The right role isn't just about responsibilities, it's about finding a place where you can grow without shrinking yourself. What inclusion looks like can vary depending on your identity and what you need to thrive. That's why it's important to look beyond surface-level statements. Pay attention to whether the organization offers inclusive benefits like healthcare coverage, parental leave, and flexible work options. Consider whether their spaces and technology are accessible. Look for signs of support for international employees, visa sponsorship, veterans, or military-connected professionals. These aren't just nice extras. They're real signals about whether an organization is prepared to support diverse people in meaningful ways. A truly welcoming workplace backs up its words with systems and resources. You can use AI as a research assistant to spot inclusion signals by analyzing publicly available information. Ask it to summarize a company's diversity reports, benefits, employee resource groups, or leadership commitments. You can also have it help you generate smart, professional questions to ask during interviews about belonging and support. At the same time, pay attention to what's missing. If information feels vague or hard to find, that's something to investigate further. Just remember, AI can summarize what's public. It can't certify that a company is truly inclusive. Use it to gather insight, then apply your own judgment to get the full picture. Researching company culture isn't optional. It's part of protecting your future self. Start with the company's website, but don't stop at the homepage. Look at their benefits, mission statement, and any diversity, equity, and inclusion commitments. Check impact reports or annual updates for real data, like diversity numbers or employee resource groups. Read job descriptions carefully. The language tells you a lot. Does it sound supportive and growth-focused or rigid and transactional? Then look at employee reviews across multiple platforms. Don't fixate on one angry comment. Look for patterns. Are people consistently mentioning burnout, supportive leadership, poor communication? Patterns tell the real story. If you get an interview, especially in person, treat it as live research. Pay attention to how people interact. Do conversations feel respectful? Are your questions welcomed? Do you feel rushed, dismissed, or genuinely heard? Sometimes what people call vibes is actually your brain picking up on subtle signals. Are people interrupting each other? Do employees seem engaged or tense? Those small observations can reveal things no polished website ever will. When preparing for an interview, you do not have to figure out inclusion questions on your own. You can use AI to help you generate thoughtful, professional questions in advance without oversharing personal details. Before the interview, open your AI chat and type a prompt such as, "Generate professional interview questions I can ask to determine whether an organization genuinely supports and welcomes diverse communities." Once AI provides suggestions, review them carefully. Select 2 or 3 that feel authentic to you. Make sure the questions sound natural in your voice and align with what you truly want to understand. You might also refine further by adding, "Make these questions sound confident and professional, not confrontational." Bring your final questions to the interview. When you ask them, listen closely to the specificity of the response. Do they mention real programs, measurable efforts, leadership involvement, or employee resource groups? Or do they respond with broad, generic statements? AI helps you prepare the questions. It is up to you to evaluate the answers. Let's zoom out for a second and look at the big picture. This isn't random. There's a flow to this. Let's zoom out for a second and look at the big picture. This isn't random. There's a flow to this. Let's zoom out for a second and look at the big picture. This isn't random. There's a flow to this. First, use AI to explore what's even out there. What roles match your strengths? What could you grow into? Don't limit yourself to job titles you already know. Expand your options. Next, narrow it down. Pick target roles where you can realistically compete and grow. Then research companies intentionally. Look for places that align with your values, not just your paycheck goals. After that, tailor your resume for each role. Use AI to sharpen your wording and highlight relevant skills, but keep it real, no exaggerating. Then practice interviews using AI as a mock hiring manager so you can tighten your answers and feel more confident. Before you say yes to any offer, pause and evaluate the culture. Does this feel like a place where you'll be supported, respected, able to grow? AI can support you at every step, but it doesn't make decisions for you. This process is about being intentional. not panic applying, not ghost applying, not mass sending your resume everywhere. When you follow this flow, you're not just trying to get hired. You're choosing where you want to build your life. Let's talk about something most people figure out way too late: how to actually evaluate a job offer. When you get an offer, don't just look at the salary and get excited or disappointed. That number is only part of the story. You need to look at the whole package: base pay, health benefits, retirement contributions, bonuses, flexibility, growth opportunities, and whether it's remote, hybrid, or a long commute. This is where AI can seriously help. You can ask, what's the typical salary range for an entry-level marketing coordinator in Atlanta? How do I evaluate a compensation package beyond salary? Help me compare these two job offers. AI can break down benefits, explain what things mean, give you market benchmarks, and even help you draft a professional negotiation email if you decide to ask for more. But here's the key: don't treat AI like the final authority. Salary data online can be outdated or generalized. Always double check with trusted sources like Glassdoor, Salary.com, or government labor statistics. AI helps you get informed. You make the call. An offer isn't just about getting hired, it's about choosing the right next move for your life. As we wrap up, here's the bottom line: AI is a tool, not a replacement for you. It can help you organize your thoughts, break down job descriptions, tighten your resume, and practice interviews. It can make things faster and clearer, but it cannot replace your lived experience, your judgment, your values, or your character. That part is all you, and how you use AI says something about you. If you use it to clarify what's already true, you build trust. If you use it to exaggerate or fake it, you risk your credibility. And in your career, credibility is currency. Once it's gone, it's hard to get back. Now here's the part that matters for your generation. AI isn't optional anymore. It's already in the workplace. Companies are using it to draft emails, analyze data, summarize reports, and automate workflows. Employers don't expect you to be an AI engineer, but they do expect you to be comfortable using AI responsibly. That means being able to use it intentionally, question its accuracy, edit what it gives you, think critically before hitting send. Strategy reduces stress. When you explore intentionally, research smartly, tailor honestly, and evaluate carefully, you stop panic applying. You stop guessing. You move from overwhelmed to prepared. Learning to use AI ethically isn't just about landing your first job. It's about staying adaptable as the world of work keeps evolving. So as you move forward, keep asking yourself, how can I use AI to level up my preparation without compromising who I am? Your career is still yours. AI is just part of the environment you're stepping into. Thanks for showing up for yourself. Seriously, taking time to think about your future instead of just scrolling or panic applying, that matters. Being open to learning something new and thinking intentionally about how you want to show up in your career, that's growth. Growth doesn't just happen. It happens when you pause, reflect, and decide to move with intention instead of autopilot. Before you close this out, take a few quiet minutes for yourself. Open your notes app, grab a notebook, or start a blank doc. No pressure, no perfect answers. Reflect on, how do I feel about using AI in my job search now compared to before? Where do I need to build more confidence or skill? What boundaries do I want to set when using AI? What kind of work environment do I actually want right now? Don't overthink it. Don't try to sound impressive. Just be honest. Reflection turns information into clarity. Your career isn't just about getting hired. It's about building a life that fits you. As you continue navigating your career journey, remember you don't have to figure everything out on your own. If you are a current Morgan State University student or alum, the Center for Career Development is available to provide personalized support with resumes, interviews, career exploration, and job search strategy. You can schedule an appointment or visit our website to access tools, events, and additional resources designed specifically for the Morgan community. If you're viewing this content and are not affiliated with Morgan, we encourage you to connect with your institution's career center or a trusted career professional in your area for personalized guidance. And if you're watching on YouTube, we'd love your input. Drop a comment sharing a career topic you'd like us to cover next. Your suggestions help us create content that's relevant and useful.